Born in Trenton, New Jersey, and raised between Michigan and Florida, Stanley Richardson was inspired to a life of flying when his father pulled him out of school to see a very special airplane at a local airport, the Spirit of St. Louis. Although he tried to join the military at 16, his mother refused to sign the papers allowing him to enlist until he was 18. So like many patriotic Americans, in the wake of the attack on Pearl Harbor, Richardson joined up in April of 1942. After indoctrination and classification, he was sent for pilot training in California before being commissioned as second lieutenant in May of 1943. Richardson was sent to Muroc Army Airfield, where he received advanced training in the Lockheed P-38 Lightning twin-engine fighter, and in turn became an instructor pilot, teaching others the intricacies of the Lightning. By September, Richardson, tired of instructing, asked for a combat assignment. Sent to England, he was assigned to the 55th Fighter Group, which was taking the P-38 into combat as an escort for the 8th Air Force bomber missions over occupied Europe. Flying his first combat mission in October of 1943, he would participate in the first fighter escort mission to Berlin on March 3, 1944, and would fly 3 missions on D-Day over the beaches of Normandy. In July of 1944, Richardson and the rest of the 55th Fighter Group transitioned into the new P-51 Mustang, which he would fly until the end of his tour in November. Remaining in England, he spent 2 months training all incoming P-38 pilots in combat tactics before returning to the U.S. to serve as an instructor. He finished the war in Portland and was separated from the service in September of 1945. With the war at an end, Richardson spent the next 4 years flying as a crop duster, a charter pilot, and an airshow pilot before being recalled to active duty in 1949. Now trained in jets, he was deployed to Korea with the 8th Fighter Group, where he flew F-80 Shooting Stars and F-86 Sabres in combat, as well as being an instructor on the T-33. He returned to the U.S. in 1953 and decided to join the Oregon Air National Guard, which was still flying P-51s. When the unit transitioned to F-86 Sabres, his combat experience was invaluable as he became the sole F-86 instructor in the unit. Turning next to a career in civil aviation, Richardson went on to fly cargo into Vietnam as a civilian contractor, to fly as a captain for Pan Am, and then to fly as a corporate pilot for General Telephone Northwest and Pacific Power and Light. He also flew many charter flights, becoming a favorite pilot of passengers like Bob Hope and Senator Robert Dole, and formed close friendships with the Mercury astronauts. In the 1990s, Richardson became a docent at the Evergreen Aviation and Space Museum, generously giving his time to educate the public about aviation and his experiences as a fighter pilot. Today, Stanley Richardson, Jr. lives in Beaverton, Oregon.